Hello. Yes, thanks. If you could bring it up. If you could do me a favour, if there's any post, flat 11, if you could bring it up, please. Thank you. Thank you. Was there any... Excuse me. Excuse me.
William? William, it's me. Can I come in?
Are you alone?
Yes. Hello, William.
Why don't you call me by my real name?
Do you know the arrangements? William is your real name.
Only since you dumped me in this place and left me here.
William, I'm sorry. It was the only safe option. May I sit down?
What do you want?
To see how you are, and to apologise that I haven't been to see you.
I've had enough of your apologies. You people abandoned me. I'm sick of your excuses about budget cuts and reallocation of resources. You haven't just called here out of nowhere just to ask me how I am. What do you want?
William, we're going to have to move you.
No.
A freelance journalist has been digging around, and he's threatening to go public.
There's a court injunction. No one can publish anything on me.
Yes, but it seems that this particular journalist wants to make a name for himself. So, we've arranged a new safe house for you.
I can't leave this place.
Don't worry. Everything has been taken care of.
You're not listening. I can't leave this place. I just can't.
What's happened?
Everything happened and nothing happened. You left me here. Everything's been taken care of. Except me. You didn't take care of me.
William.
I haven't been out of that door in 6 months.
My God. William, we will fix this.
No, you won't.
I'm going to make some calls. And I'll be back. I promise I'll fix this.
Don't worry. I won't be going anywhere.
Is it on?
Yep.
You got something funny to say?
I've been done, I'm alright.
It's me now.
Uh-huh. I said this before, right? Nigel, the reason why Nigel got that certificate of being of excellence, because that is like the best film I've seen in a while. Yeah? Really well done.
Thank you.
Now, one is I said, do not come in here as a writer and write a fucking script. Right? But he wrote a script. And unfortunately, he proved me wrong because that is really good. Right? You pitched it wrong. But like I thought it was gonna be something else. And I was riveted. Do you know what I mean? Seriously. Right? I was riveted by everything. You know, by your external footage, right? You know, not just the established shot, which everybody should have, but also you knew that I needed to create this small sense of space. So you shot all of these different elements. So would everybody agree that we had actually seen the construction of Miles' world or William's world? We actually knew where William was before we saw William. Now, I thought, well, you know, I only see it going on here and there and everything like that. I actually felt a little like this when Derek came around the corner and shit. I thought maybe you could have whipped the camera a little bit faster, you know what I mean? But then now the mouth's going in, you know, I thought Derek would go, hey, you know? It's like, whoa, that was really good. I only have one pet peeve, right? Because when you pitched it and you talked about it, you said that William was actually in here for a longer period of time than 6 months. Yeah?
Okay, I don't remember specifying the time. Just
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You didn't probably, you know. But I thought, even in looking at him, when he said 6 months, I thought, I'd rather him have been there for a while. You know, like been left there for a while. You know, because he became an agoraphobic, which was your character. So, again, his character clearly defined. He became an agoraphobic. He's like, you left me here. Now I don't want to leave here. I'm enjoying my cage, and you can't take me out of here. And then Derek's like, what? So when he said 6 months, it just felt like, it felt like he was in someplace for a really long time. You know? But that's only a pet peeve. Everything else was like really beautiful. Anybody else got any comments?
I thought the acting was really good as well.
Yes, well done to Mr. Malley
Well
up
done,
there.
Mal.
As well as to Derek. Derek also did well done, and even Neil. Right? So, but what did you think about what I said, or about what you think about the piece? Was it good, or?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was really kind of meticulously well put together in terms of the cuts, the angles, script, acting. Yeah, really good piece of work.
Thank you.
Andrew?
Yeah, I thought it was really well shot, really clear. It was, in my opinion, it was like near to Hollywood expectations, really.
What? To Hollywood?
So near enough to
Oh, nearly enough.
to be a
Near enough to what? Hollywood?
no no to be made in Hollywood studios. I thought.
Thought it was professionally done.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a really good cameraman named Gary and everything like that. So it was, but he also like knew what he wanted. I think you actually had your shots planned out, and I think it shows. You didn't just kind of like guess at what you were going to do. I think you actually thought about what you were going to do. So you don't have to be nice, Matt, if you don't want to.
No, I thought it was really good. I really liked the editing on it.
Oh.
Did you did the editing?
I did, yeah.
Are you trying to say something about me?
The editing was really good.
What are you trying to say?
I like the special effect, which could have been corny, the zooming in bit, but it went really well with it, because it really, as Chase will no doubt agree, it defined the character much more, fleshed out the whole character, because you could see that's what he was seeing.
It was
his
anxiety.
his point of view.
Panic attack.
Yeah, so you could see that that's what it was, and edited with him slamming the door and whatever. It just really did. It just really fleshed out the character a lot more in the time he had. How long did it run for?
That was just over 7 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah, a little bit longer than it's supposed to be. But I would like to say a side note is that like Nigel learned that effect in the editing class. That also takes place on Monday. But like,
I had a rough idea. I wanted to create some sort of swirling or pulsing effect, and then you helped me find the that feature on the editing software.
yeah.
Can I just say my own thank you to Mal for your wonderful.
You directed it brilliantly, Nigel.
Well, tell him how brilliantly he directed it, so that way he can hear.
It was brilliant, Nigel.
No, I
Very
mean,
well directed,
talk
well
about his
written.
communication skills. Don't like lick his face. I mean, like.
You can later.
Communicated it across and got from me a better performance than I would have otherwise given.
Okay.
He
Thank
knew.
you. Thank you.
Are you saying that he was confident about who you were as this character?
Yeah.
And there was nothing left to your imagination. He wanted you to do something specific, and you did it.
Well, what helped was the fact that I had agoraphobic for 5 years.
Well, that is indeed true. So, like, you let him know that too. You let me know
Yeah.
that, but you let him know that as well. So you had a sense of the anxiety that you had that helped infuse your character.
So yeah, so the two best bits of your performance that I really liked was that bit outside the door where you're having the panic attack. I thought that was an amazing performance, and also your very first line when you speak on the phone. And I wasn't expecting you to deliver it quite so deadpan, but it was because it was just so flat and it just conveyed a character who has completely given up on the world. So as soon as I got that first line from you, I just thought, right, that's the way we're going with this character, and I really liked the flatness and just the sheer emptiness of it.
Mm.
Well done, Nigel. Very well
So,
done.
Medhad, any thoughts?
Well, that's kind of like Nigel's strength, because even when we were doing that scene with Sonny in the other previous class, he sees what we do, and then he works around what we've got, and then works on our strengths for the scene.
Would you say that's his skill as an actor?
I'd say, yeah, it's his way of knowing what he can get out of his actors.
Yeah, no, well, you could say that or skill of an actor. Would you say that? That
Well,
as being an actor, that you know
actor.
how to communicate with actors?
Yes, yeah, it definitely helps.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to pick you up, man. No, seriously, Nigel. I mean, I had not seen that film. I mean, I got it today, and I waited until tonight to see it because, and I would just say this only between me and Nigel and for everyone else is sometimes I can kind of say to you guys an idea. And and you could either take it on board, but feel free to dismiss it, which Nigel did. Kick my ideas to the curb.
let me tell you though where I didn't dismiss you, because you did kind of emphasise the fact that you wanted to see world construction.
Mm-hmm.
That did kind of reel me back in a bit, because I was racing as with my writer's head on. I was racing ahead with this story that I wanted to write.
Yeah.
But you put the real emphasis on world construction, so that actually made me put in more of those early establishing shots with the stuff in the house with dirty dishes and everything.
No, exactly. But also too is but my point also is that sometimes you could throw out an idea, and I think it's important because I think a lot of us are independent filmmakers, right? But we don't know how the system works. That doesn't mean that you're bad filmmakers. Well, it just means you don't know how the system works. And in the system, you will have a producer, you will have a writer, you have a script supervisor, you will have all kind of voices that would impede upon your creative process, right? And what I'm just trying to say is, so as that kind of voice, I was impeded upon Nigel's process where he had a clear-cut thought in his mind. But when he pitched it, it was like, what? Oh, that's like Old Boy. And so, Mile probably should be working out. Or it's like Room, and you should emphasize like the smallness of the room, and you should shoot it that way. And I mean, I was like, nah, I don't really think so. I really, right? In the nicest possible way he could be. And then I was like, what do you mean? Like he gets a phone call? What do you mean he gets his food delivered? What do you mean he gets his mail? That doesn't sound like an agoraphobic trapped in a house, right? Which is what you pitch. And then when I seen the film and I seen the vision, I'm like, oh fuck, man. Right? It is what you said. And it is good. And, I'm just making that public apology to you. But I'm also saying, that's what producers do, right? But choose to say, no, fuck off.
So the message is I need to work on my pitching skills. I pitched it wrong.
No. You stuck to your guns is my whole point, right? You stuck to your guns. And you did what you wanted to do. See, this is where Matt's good at. See, Matt's feeling all slumpy, right? What Matt's good at is that he sticks to what it is that he wants to make, right? So he has a vision about an idea and he'll do it, despite what anybody else says around him, right? Good or bad. So that's what I'm trying to say is that's what you have to have. You have to have the confidence. If you're going to be a director, you have to really say, no, this is what I want to do, and I'm not going to accept anything else. And I'm going to do it this way. I'll listen to your idea, right? But I'm going to go forth and do what I want to do. And that shows what will happen when you do that, right? Just like your shows too, right? So I'm not saying your film is bad. I'm just saying it didn't set up the character, right? Yeah, it did construct the world. And that's why I say your film is good, even though when I finished the edit, but I could see it from the raw footage that you actually set up the characters, right? I could see because I watched every take that where I will edit things about so that way it's clean, so that's what I'm just trying to say is like stick to your guns. Okay, so cut this and we'll watch Miles film.